Morning Jackednnerdy fans, Jeremy here with another review video. Today we are reviewing The Nun 2. Before we jump into that review though, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoy these videos, please make sure you give them a thumbs up. That will greatly support our channel and help us use the algorithm to our benefit in promoting our videos to other users. Also, very quickly, as a reminder, this month we have dropped our apparel line. There's heaps of awesome stuff on there for men, women, kids. Whether you're a gamer, a nerd, a gym junkie, we've got you covered. There's heaps of awesome stuff on there. Head on over, click the link in the description of this video, and we are running a promo this month for our grand opening. Use promo code OPENING10, which is in the link again in the bottom of this video. Use that link to, or that promo code I should say, to get 10% off store-wide this month only. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump into it. So, The Nun 2. As you may have noticed on the channel, I have been reviewing a number of horror thriller movies lately. We've had some really good ones come out over the last 12 months. I gotta admit, I'm not the biggest fan of The Nun or the Conjuring franchise. It just doesn't quite, get me the right way. I mean, lots of people are fans of the franchise. Just me personally, it doesn't quite tickle my taste buds. So, but after watching the trailers or whatever, I had reasonable expectations for this movie. I didn't have high hopes, but I had reasonable expectations because the trailers did make it look pretty good. I gotta be honest though, I think it fell very short. There were a few things in the story that didn't add up. They jumped around a little bit. They jumped around a bit with different kind of scenes, which kind of threw me off timeline wise, and I didn't quite understand exactly what was going on. So for me personally, it fell very short of expectations. It didn't flow properly, and I was left with a number of questions, at the end that just didn't really have answers for. So, so look, just in a nutshell, the visual effects of this movie are fantastic. When you do see the nun or those types of horror elements and horror scenes, I found the visual effects to be really good and really creepy, and I did enjoy that. It's the kind of the filler in between the horror parts that I found very lacking. Also, a little bit of the acting was off. It wasn't quite as good as I was expecting. There were a few characters that didn't quite hit the mark for me, or I didn't really find the relevancy or that appealing. So, not to say that, the actors didn't try hard and what have you. I just think it just didn't quite, it didn't give enough to the actors to work with. One or two of the actors, I think they were kind of phoning it in a little bit. But that's just my opinion. This film stars obviously, a wide array. You've got Bonnie Arons, who plays the nun. You got Taissa, Farmiga. I'm butchering names here. Storm Reid, and Popplewell, Jonas Bloquet. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Jonas Bloquet. He was actually really good. I actually quite enjoyed seeing him on screen. I'm sure you will too. I think he did a fantastic job. So obviously, this, it's set in France, and it follows, the stories of a couple of nuns, investigating demonic kind of presence and what have you. To be honest, like I said, it just didn't hit the mark for me. I think they could have, they either could have avoided making this movie altogether, or they could have spent a lot more time on developing a better script and a better story, in my opinion. Look, a couple of months ago, we had The Pope's Exorcist come out. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that film. I know it was right up the alley, my kind of alley of supernatural horror thriller. Gods, angels, demons kind of film. I really, really enjoyed it. Next month, we've got the next installment of the Exorcist franchise coming out. That looks fantastic. And again, I'm really looking forward to that. This just didn't quite... It definitely didn't live up to expectations for me. As I said, the visual effects, the horror stuff was really, really good. There just wasn't a lot of it. And the filler in between those moments was just very, very lacking. I'd be interested to know what other audiences think. I mean, at the moment, it's got 6.1 on IMDB. It's got 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair score. I'd probably give it around the 30 to 40% mark. I didn't hate the film, but I definitely didn't enjoy it nowhere near as much as a lot of other films I've seen recently. Look, I'd be very interested to see what everyone else thinks. So if you have seen The Nun, or The Nun 2, I should say, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you a fan of the Conjuring franchise and the Nun franchise? If you are a fan of the franchise, did you feel that this movie held up to everything else, or did it fall short? Again, I'm really, really interested to hear what other people think, who have seen the films. For me, just, I personally, I'd give this film a miss. I don't think it's worth the ticket money, if I'm honest. There are lots of other really great films out at the moment. Several films that I've actually considered going back to see for a second or even a third time. I would have much rather have done that than go and see The Nun, if I'm honest. But again, film is subjective. So what some people like, other people don't. So hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to hear. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we got heaps more content coming out. Lots of films being dropped over the next couple of weeks. Head on over to our apparel store. We appreciate any and all support for the channel. Again, use that promo code OPENING10 to get a 10% discount for the month of September. And look, until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.